Hey guys, George here from the F1 Chronicle, and the most important qualifying session of the season has been concluded. The Monaco Grand Prix qualifying has taken place today. All the standings are there. So I'm bringing you 5 things that we learned from Monaco qualifying. And the first thing, of course, is that Charles Leclerc, the hometown hero, is on pole position for tomorrow's race. It's the second time that he's had pole position at Monaco, but tomorrow he should, with everything going right, be actually able to start from pole position. Of course, he got pole position back in 2021, but because of the damage to his car, he wasn't able to start the race. So he's on pole for tomorrow. If everything goes all right for him, he's got a fantastic chance of winning his home race for the first time, and it'll be the first time that he's won a race since 2022, I think. It's got to be, hasn't it? Because Carlos Sainz is the only guy that's been winning races for Ferrari these last couple seasons. So, yeah, huge for him. Absolutely massive. I am so happy for him. That is 250 pole positions for Ferrari as well. It's a big milestone for them, but they won't really care about that. But what they will care about is their boy wonder getting a win around his hometown, around his home city, around his nation. So yeah, I am really looking forward to see how he does tomorrow. Also, a really good day for McLaren as well. It wasn't to be for them in terms of pole position, but Oscar Piastri, take a bow, son. Another P2 in qualifying, and hopefully again he'll actually be able to start from P2, because of course at Imola he had a penalty that meant he couldn't start from second position. So all being well, he should start in second place tomorrow. Lando Norris as well, don't discount him too. He's up in P4. Carlos Sainz for Ferrari is in P3. So it's Ferrari, McLaren for tomorrow's grid. Yeah, very hyped for them. If you never know, if Piastri gets a good start, he could win the race tomorrow. If McLaren out-strategize Ferrari as well, there's always a possibility there. But I tell you what, it will take an absolute miracle for a Red Bull to stand on the top step of the podium, because Max Verstappen ended up only setting one timed lap in a Q3 because he ended up hitting the wall at Saint Devote, the first corner, on his second run, which means that he starts in P6 tomorrow. But as bad as that is for Verstappen, it's a hell of a lot worse for Sergio Perez. He starts in P18. He couldn't get out of Q1. Second year in a row, I believe, at Monaco too, that he's out in Q1. Very, very poor for him. Red Bull admittedly going with a knife-edge setup around this track because, well, they can't get enough front-end grip, believe it or not. Here and Singapore are 2 circuits that have been identified by Christian Horner as 2 tracks that they're really going to struggle around, and so it showed. Verstappen giving it his all, ended up giving too much in the pursuit of getting pole position. He'll start in 6th. Even a podium from that position is looking unlikely. But yes, from a negative to a positive, bit of a double one. There's some cheating a bit here, but we had 2 surprise drivers in Q3. They were Pierre Gasly, who ends up qualifying in P10, and Alexander Albon, who is in P9. Very much impressed by them. Obviously, Alpine, not many points this season. Williams, no points at all this season. So it'd be good to see Williams potentially get their first points of the season tomorrow. And Albon has given them a good chance of doing exactly that. And the last driver I want to talk about, the last thing we learned, is that Alonso just can't do qualifying at the moment. Fernando, what are you doing? Fernando, everybody's faster than you today. Or at least a lot of people were anyway. He qualified P16 in his Aston Martin. He had been setting some great laps in practice, but it just wasn't to be. Out-qualified by Lance Stroll again. Stroll unable to make it through to Q3, and it's looking like it's going to be a pointless weekend for Aston Martin. Just not good for them. And it's even worse as well because both Mercedes drivers made it into Q3, had a good day today in qualifying, so it's looking like another bad weekend for Aston Martin. But yeah, Ferrari on pole, Charles Leclerc on pole in Monaco. That's my absolute highlight of qualifying today. But what did you learn from qualifying today? What did you think about it? Let us know in the comments below. And of course, head over to the F1Chronicle.com for more coverage from the Monaco weekend. And of course, we'll be back tomorrow with 5 things that we learned from Formula 3, Formula 2 and F1 in their races tomorrow at the Monaco and the Principality. See you soon.